Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So, take two. I tried to film this intro before and Winston was not having it. Now I've moved his bed and he's actually having a little snooze. So let's see if we can get through this intro without him interrupting and wanting to share the limelight on my YouTube channel. So I finally got around to replacing my 2019 diary. I loved this diary. It's probably the favorite one that I've had, my most favorite one. It's from KKK and it is a day to page spread. So I went back to KKK yesterday with only 2 weeks left of 2019 and finally got myself a new diary, as well as a couple of other things to help me organize myself for 2020, as well as just get a little bit more clarity and direction on where I want to head in my personal life, in my career life. So I want to talk about goal setting, getting clear on where we want our lives to be, not only in the new year, but in the next couple of years or decade, without putting too much pressure on ourselves as well and having unrealistic expectations to have it all figured out. Our lives are not some Instagram post where we just constantly know exactly what we want to do for the next decade, and it's enough pressure knowing we're going into a new year, let alone having to set up our entire lives for a new decade. That's a big ask. So we're going to get a little bit more clarity on where we want to go. We're going to feel more in control of our lives for 2020, more organized, and just feel a sense of peace and ease. So this is a no stress, chilled out kind of video for my channel. I feel like this year has really taught me to stress less and not put so much pressure on myself. Okay, so I spent the last couple of hours today filling out all of my new stationery and doing some really important exercises. The first thing I wanted to talk about is how I set up my diary, because I know I get asked this a lot, to do diary and planner organization. So basically the steps for what I did: I got my old 2019 diary and I had appointments and events for January written on the very last page of December. So I made sure to write them into my new diary for next year first. So I'll give you just a little view of what I've done. I've actually scheduled, because I really get excited about new stationery, I scheduled the next 2 weeks of December into my new diary so that I can already start using it, because it does include December of 2019. But then I included, meetings and appointments I've got for January. Of course, I also went through and wrote down all of the birthdays, so my birthday, my family's birthdays, my best friend's birthdays, any holidays, any 6-month checkups like with the dentist or blood tests, routine checkups. What else did I schedule in here? Anniversaries, key dates, and of course different sales and promotion for my businesses, Educationary and Self-Love Club gift boxes. Oh, and another thing I scheduled were all of the things I need to remember for Winston. So every month he has his flea treatment, every 3 months it's a worming prevention tablet, so I don't want to forget any of that. And this diary, like my last one, comes with some little stickers. So I actually haven't finished using all of the ones I had from my last diary, and they're really pretty in gold. So I used these ones before I get into my new sheet of stickers. Now, on the topic of scheduling, I also got myself something I've wanted for a while. It's a little desk calendar. So I used to have a wall calendar from KKK. I want to try out a desk calendar. I feel like I'm going to see it more because I don't always look at the wall next to my desk, but I'll always look at what's on my desk. So this calendar, it has a very specific purpose. It is purely to write down key dates for business related things. So whenever I have sales and promotion for my businesses, I really need to keep track of that, especially so I can promote that on social media and let everyone know. Also to change the graphics or the banner on the websites. So this is basically just a reminder of all the sales and promo I'm doing throughout the year. We just finished doing 12 days of Christmas in December for Self-Love Club gift boxes, so that's in here for December 2020. And then I just wrote down birthdays and whenever I'm away on holidays. Adam and I are going to Byron Bay end of February to celebrate our 2-year wedding anniversary, so that's also in here. But it's just the really important work dates that I really wanted this stationery item for. The other stuff, it's all in my day-to-day diary. Okay, I also bought myself 2 different notepads, and I haven't really used notepads for a while. Like I use to-do lists and blank notepads, but I don't have any structured template notepads to help me schedule out my work. I do all of that in my diary. The thing that really drew me to this product was the top priorities, the I'm grateful for, and the for tomorrow, because I always have a lot of things that I can get done every day. And even if I don't write them down, there's always stuff to do around the apartment. There's always just additional things for work I could be doing, other ideas I'll come up with. And sometimes I forget how much I achieve in a day and how much actually gets done. So I feel like I'm not doing enough, or I burn out because I do too much and I try and do everything. So this way, I just want to notice if I can be more mindful of the 3 things that really need to get done, and if anything else on my to-do list doesn't get done for the day, I don't have to feel bad about my level of productivity. So it's all about working smart, not hard, and putting in effort into the most important things and not trying to get everything done, because we are human beings, not human doings. I also wanted the little gratitude section because I have made an effort to think about 3 things I'm grateful for, or even just list like everything that comes to mind when it comes to my gratitudes each day. But I just think if I sit down at my desk, this is going to be a really good prompt, and it's going to help me maintain that really positive habit I'm trying to cultivate for the rest of 2019 and next year. And then the for tomorrow section is basically, well, it's blank at the moment because it's not the end of the day, but sometimes I get this anxiety about all the stuff I just want to get done. So if it's the end of the workday and I haven't completed everything, there's a part of me that just wants to keep working and push through, even if it means I'm working till 9 p.m. like I did the other day. So this way, it's like giving myself permission to say, you know what, Jess, it's 5 o'clock. It's a healthy time to switch off, put up those boundaries. This can always get done tomorrow. It's not urgent. It's not super important and urgent. Write it down here and know it will get done in its own time. So I'm gonna see how I go with this notepad, but I think it's gonna be really helpful for setting better work boundaries and also just monitoring how much effort I put into everything and just prioritizing my workload as well. And of course the gratitude section I think is just so important. There's so many studies coming out at the moment talking about the power of gratitude, so I really, really want to stick to that. Okay, I'm aware this is going to be a long video. The other thing I bought was this notepad, and it says 1 day at a time. It just has Monday to Sunday and then a to-do list. Basically, I don't really think I'm going to use a lot of sheets of this notepad. I just wanted this as a constant reminder on my desk. So Mondays, I just want to be aware of the things that always happen on a Monday. So my new YouTube video typically goes up on a Monday if I can do it weekly. So I want to reply to YouTube comments, to reply to all of you, and also my Self-Love Club gift boxes, newsletter, and inspirational quote goes out that day. And on Wednesdays, my newsletter for educationary goes out. But then on the other section where it says to do, I've just written the main things that I typically do with my work. So film, edit, post on Instagram, and always promote and let you guys know about my book, my gift boxes, my stationery, any new YouTube videos, any new blog posts, and my new newsletter. I'm really bad at letting everyone know on social media about all of my resources, or when a new video comes out, or when a sale is happening for educationary or Self-Love Club gift boxes. So this is like my little reminder every day, is there anything else I'd like to share on social media? Because I've even had some people emailing me saying, oh yeah, you're finally uploading. And I've been uploading on YouTube for a couple months now. And then I just had an email from someone saying, why don't you upload anymore? And I'm like, please see my YouTube channel, because I am. So maybe if I just talked about it a bit more on my social media, then I would be able to keep everyone up to date. So I bought myself that. And now I want to get into the goal setting mindset that everyone is trying to get into for 2020. I just want to preface this part of the video, which is, I was going to make this a separate video, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to put it all together. Let's address it and have a really important video go up this week rather than break it up, because I felt like it's necessary to talk about it now. So I'm standing in KKK yesterday evening, and you know, you've got all the diaries and the planners, and then there's a wall where there's all these books to do with goal setting. And the whole time that I've been on Instagram the last couple of weeks, it's about not only getting ready for a new year, getting ready for a new decade. Like, don't just get your stuff together for 2020, get it together for the next 10 years of your life. Know what you're doing for the next 10 years and have that clarity, and if you don't, there's something wrong with you, and buy this book and stress. So I went home and I was talking to Adam, and you know, I basically was just saying to him, it's a lot of pressure to put on people to feel like, you know, oh, we're not just going into a new year, it's a new decade, you've got to have everything figured out. Let me just say, like, I don't have everything figured out. I'm still trying to find a little bit more clarity with my work life, with how I want my life to look like over the next 10 years. I'm still quite vague, so I don't know exactly what I want to be doing. I just know I want it to be in social media, talking about mental health, empowering young people, working with fantastic teams, creating online content, but I don't have a very specific vision in mind just yet, and that's okay. Like, I just want a creative, happy, healthy life, and one that's got a lot of purpose and passion. So I just wanted to say, you know, if you don't know exactly what your goals are for the next year or the next 10 years, like, that can take a bit of time. So one thing that I'm doing at the moment, I bought myself another notepad from KKK. This one is, well, this is the one I use for journaling, but that not only gives me a lot of clarity in my personal life, I actually did a little exercise the other day, and I wrote down, it's this page here, I wrote down all the things I love about my work life. So I love acting, I love making things, I love having close connections with people, I love creating content, helping young people and adults. And I also wrote down like different topics that I really like covering, like mental health, wellness, confidence, self-love, authenticity, self-development, drawing on my psychology background as well. So I just think, you know, even if we just have a little bit of a brainstorm as we get to the end of 2019, we're just starting to get the wheels in motion, and we're making progress, and clarity will come. And that actually really did help me a lot. The other thing I got from KKK, and you don't need to go and buy a book, but I really liked it because there's a lot of valuable exercises in this book. It's called Dream Life Journal. It's by the founder of KKK, Christina Carlson, and it really gets you to think about your dreams, who inspires you, different obstacles to achieving your goals. What would you do if you didn't have anything stopping you? Like, there are so many exercises in here, and I feel like the book is, how many pages? It's over 250 pages. So my goal is actually, over the Christmas, New Year break, over these summer holidays, I'd really like to try and complete all the exercises in this book to gain more clarity. I don't expect to have my entire life figured out for the next decade, but I do think it's just going to give me some more direction in my life. So, you know, you don't have to buy a book like this, but even if you sit down and you start brainstorming and you get clear on, you know, your values and the things that you love to do, the people that inspire you, it will really help you, and really help you to get clear on the kind of life you want to start working towards and creating for yourself. So this has been one of my longer videos. I hope it's been really helpful for all of you when it comes to thinking about, you know, entering a new year, and also not feeling so stressed and putting too much pressure on yourselves. And, you know, just the fun side of it when it comes to buying new stationery, a new diary or planner, and, you know, having that, it's like a fresh start. I think that's also why I was just so excited to use my new diary, is because I felt like, yes, I just want to like have that fresh start, have this new beginning. Why wait till January 1st? Let's start now. So this stuff just got me really excited, and it just puts me into a more proactive state of mind when it comes to, you know, thinking about my goals and writing things down, doing these exercises. It's also probably time to make a session with my life coach to talk about, you know, what do I want 2020 to look like for me. But that's my thing. Maybe you've got someone that you want to chat to as well and get a little bit more clarity and direction. But I'm gonna stop rambling now and let you all go. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all very soon with another one. Mwah! Bye, lovelies. Winston, sit. Good boy. Good boy.